Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to dig into a word that you hear all the time, but it connects your curiosity to your bank account and a whole lot more. The word is interest.
So what on earth could your curiosity have in common with your bank account? I know, it sounds like a weird riddle, right? But the answer is actually fascinating, and it connects the dots between psychology, finance, and even the law.
And that connection? Well, it starts right here, with the most personal kind of interest that we all feel. Interest as an emotion. You know, that feeling of just being completely zoned in.
At its absolute core, interest is really a psychological state. It's that powerful feeling that grabs our attention and just refuses to let go. I mean, think about it. When you're totally lost in a good book, or a hobby, or even just a great conversation, that feeling is interest. It's basically curiosity's first cousin.
So what's the engine driving that feeling? Well, it's something called intrinsic motivation. And all that means is you're doing something just for the love of it. Not for a reward, not because someone is making you do it, but simply because it's fun or challenging or satisfying. It's that natural human spark to just explore and learn.
So when you're curious, you're investing your attention, right? Well, that same idea of an investment takes us straight to our second definition, interest as the price of money. Or you could just call it the cost of time.
In the world of finance, interest is way more straightforward. It's basically the fee you pay to borrow money. It's kind of like rent. The borrower is paying the lender for the privilege of using their money for a while.
And this is where things get really powerful. It's a little something called compounding. Let's just walk through this. Say you start with $1,000. After month 1, you earn $10 in interest. Easy enough? But look at month 2. You don't just earn another $10. You earn $10.10. Why? Because now you're earning interest on your original money and on last month's interest. Your money is officially making money.
So this brings us to a super important difference. With simple interest, your growth is just a flat, straight line. But with compound interest, it's a curve that gets steeper and steeper over time. Seriously, think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but pretty soon it's an unstoppable force. It's one of the biggest keys to building wealth.
Okay, so we've gone from a feeling inside your head to the money in your bank. Now let's stretch this idea just one more time. Let's talk about what it means to have an interest in something, the power of having a stake in the outcome. And this is where we step into the world of law. See, if you stand to lose money if something gets damaged or destroyed, like, your car or your house, then the law says you have an insurable interest. It means you have a legit, recognized stake in keeping it safe.
This old legal definition really nails it. Having an insurable interest just means you have real skin in the game. If things go right, you benefit. If things go wrong, you actually suffer a loss.
And this is the line in the sand that separates real insurance from just placing a bet. Insurance is there to protect a real financial stake you already have. Without that stake, it's just a wager, which, by the way, the law won't enforce. It's why you can insure your own house against a fire, but you can't take out a fire insurance policy on your neighbor's house. You have no financial skin in that game.
All right, so we have our personal interests, our financial interests, and our legal interests, and they're all pushing and pulling on our decisions. But what happens when those different interests start to clash with each other?
Well, that collision has a name. It's a conflict of interest. It's any situation where your personal stake could mess with your professional judgment. And here's the kicker. It doesn't even have to actually make you biased. Just the appearance of a conflict can be enough to completely destroy trust.
So what do you do when you're in one of these situations? There's a pretty clear playbook. Step 1, and this is always the best option, just avoid the conflict entirely. If you can't do that, move to step 2. Disclose it. You have to be totally transparent with everybody involved. And finally, if it's unavoidable and you've disclosed it, you have to manage it. And a lot of the time, that means recusing yourself, just stepping away from the decision altogether.
And there you have it. We've basically followed this one little word on a huge journey, haven't we? We went from an internal feeling that guides our focus to an external fee that grows our wealth, all the way to a fundamental principle that protects our integrity. So, after all that, it really just leaves one final question for you. Where are you investing your interest? In the passions that excite you, in the finances that secure you, or in the principles that define you? Because when you think about it, how you answer that question, well, it kind of shapes everything. Thanks for joining us.